Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Today's word comes from Revelation 20:11 through 16. Has recorded in the books, the sea gave up its dead, and death and the grave gave up their dead, and all were judged according to their deeds. Then death and the grave were thrown into the lake of fire. This lake of fire is the second death. And anyone whose name is not found recorded in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire. Listen, guys. I've been hearing so many things about people saying, oh, you can change destinies or destiny swiping or something like that. And I wanted to touch on this because there is no such thing. Though we do wrestle against flesh and blood, though we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, we know. But we also understand and know that God is on his throne. And one's destiny is already written. It's already written. If you want to know anything about your life, if you have any questions about what kind of life you're supposed to lead, you can find these answers in his word, in the Bible, okay? Yes, people are doing all types of things, Witchcraft is a real thing. It happens. People are practicing it. But understand that the devil does not have power over you if you are walking in your purpose with the Lord. If you believe in God and you walking on that purpose, he has no power. All right? Now, can he delay you? Oftentimes, God does allow the devil to delay you because he's trying to grow you and trying to turn you back to him. But as the word says, the only time there's going to be any for real death is when Jesus comes. Because as it tells you in his word, and I want y'all to go back and read that verse by yourself. Start from the beginning. And tune in and let me know, what you got out of it, what you think about it, because it's a verse that I'm even gonna go back and forth and get into. But God lets you know that when he comes, nobody can hide from him. We're all gonna be judged. We're all subjected to that judgment, and we can't get away from it. No one can hide, And if you try to hide, it's impossible, okay? You can't hide. Now, I just got so tired of hearing the destiny swiping and all of that. Listen, what God tells you is for you, is for you. What God has written in his word about you is what it is if you choose to follow it. But you have to understand, if you choose not to follow it, then you open to the enemy. And whatever he throws at you, if you're a weaker vessel at the time, you're subject to that, okay? But with that being said, even if one is not walking with the Lord and doing things, God still loves you and you're his child, and he still has mercy upon you up until judgment day, okay? So he's always going to show you grace and favor and love you. He's giving you up to that day. But when that day comes, you cannot hide from him. The dead cannot hide from him. And it says it in his word. Even those that are dead in their grave is gonna have to be brought up and judged. And if their name is not on the book of life, that's when the second death happens. And that's the death we don't want, okay? We want our name on the book of life. Because no, we don't want to be thrown into the lake of fire. I don't. So I say this to say that, you know, all this nonsense about destiny swiping and somebody else can be living your life. The only way somebody else is living your life that you're supposed to have is if you're not accepting God in your life. Because if you're not accepting God in your life, then you're not who you're supposed to be. Because we're all made in his image, okay? You're not who you're supposed to be. And so therefore, because you're not working in what has God had written and have set for your life, then yeah, you're not living the life that you're supposed to live. Okay? Because the life that you're supposed to live is already written. The kind of life that God has for us, it's already written. We're all meant to go ahead and go to heaven. But of course, because of our own dead works, our own things that we do, we're not all going to make it. And that's unfortunate, right? But that's the truth. And it's in his word, because he tells you this happens depending on your deeds. So what you do every day, it matters. All right? It matters. People say, oh, it doesn't matter what you do. It matters. Everything you do matters. You're here for a reason. You're here because God saw fit for you to be here, which means there's a plan on your life. There's something you're meant for you to do here. He's not just sending you here just to be here. No, there's a purpose on your life. And if you're not living that purpose out, then yeah, you're not living the life that God has said that you were to be living. And so yeah, you living the devil's word. You're doing things that you should never have been entangled in the first place. And so yeah, so all the good things that's supposed to happen to you, doing God's work, you're garnishing that. You're not able to reap the benefits of that. Okay. And that is the main thing, that I do want people to understand. Like, God is faithful. He loves us. But we all do have a judgment day. And we all want to be written. We all want our names to be written in the book of life. And if our name is not written in the book of life, then we have a problem. We know that we're going to be thrown into the lake of fire. And who wants that? No one wants that. Okay? So listen, y'all. All this talk about destiny swiping and all this and the other, listen. The only time you forfeit your destiny is when you're not living in the way that God has written for you to live. Then yes, you living another life. You living the life that the enemy has set for you to live. And that's a life of destruction, okay? Because at the end, where are you going to end up? You're going to end up not in the book of life, and you're going to end up thrown into the lake of fire. All right? So listen, all this talk about destiny swiping, that's what it means. That's what it is. When you're not living the life God has for you to live, and you living the life that the enemy has for you to live, he's stealing things from you. He's attacking you. He's attacking your family. He's attacking everything that you love. That's the devil, all right? And so, no, you're not living the life you're supposed to live, all right? Listen to me. To live the life that you're supposed to be living, you're going to be in his word trying to figure out what God says about you and how you're supposed to be living, okay? Listen, y'all. I love y'all, but God loves you more. He's going to always love you more. Mwah.